Everyone, welcome to my channel. Again, I'm going to be showing you how I did these acrylic invitations so you can have an idea. So this is one invitation that, as you can see, this is how it looks like. This is where the invitation goes in, like if it's an envelope, but it's actually not an envelope. It is a cardstock folded and it looks like an envelope. This is the acrylic sheet, if you can see it. And sorry for the scratches, but I have had it now for several. I had an expo for quinceañeras and weddings, and I took them with me as an example. But this is one type. This is a different one. I actually have an acrylic as well, which is red with gold. As you can see, this is how you actually slide it out, slide it in, and this is how this one looks. As you can see, this one's not scratched because I just recently did this one and it looks pretty nice. This is how the back looks, and you can actually read them. So let me turn my camera so you guys can actually see it. I actually do love how they look. I am actually going to be working on the red ones for my sister because her quinceañera is coming up. If any of you have more questions or details about this invitation, you can always leave me your comments and I will try to respond to you as quickly as possible. These are pretty easy to do on my way of how I do them. If someone has a different way, you guys let me know. I do not have like a big printer that can actually print on the acrylic, so I'm still not that far out, on my business. I am growing and I have found like different ways of how to work them out where they might be a little bit expensive if you're selling them to a customer, but they have a pretty nice end up. So let me turn my camera. Now I will show you guys how they look. Sorry for my English because, as you know, I'm Hispanic, so there's some words I get mixed up or I don't know how to say them, but let me show you. So this is how the red one looks with the gold. As you can see, the letters are gold, red, and black. This is how it looks from the back, as I said it. So this is the red and gold. I think this is how the blue one looks. I actually added a ribbon and their name, which is something I believe pretty unique on the invitation. So what you're going to need are these things. So first, you're gonna have your acrylic sheet that you can find in Amazon, or if you have a laser cut machine, you can actually buy a bigger sheet of acrylic and cut it down to 5x7 or whatever size you're gonna use for your invitation. You're going to use this, I don't know a name for it, but I usually just use it as a pressure to actually put it on top of my acrylic. You might need some scissors or a blade like this one. You can get it from anywhere, any store pretty much, or you can just have like some scissors to do it. You are also going to need a UVDTF transfer. These are transfers that you can transfer to acrylic sheets, mirror, cups, mugs, anything. I buy them from Etsy. I have a supplier who actually supplies them to me. Just remember that as you get a UVDTF, these are clear transfers that you will see how I do them. I design mine through Canva. I have the pro account because I do a lot of things, and there's some things that I want to customize more, and you can only do it with a pro account. Depending on the supplier you actually buy these from, it gives you instructions of how they need to be, what size they sell, and all that kind of information. So once you have designed your invitation as a 5x7 in Canva, they give you the instructions for you to download or save them with a transparent background with a really high resolution, so that it can actually be like this, or look like the other ones that I showed you, like these. If you choose a very thin font, it is really hard to work on, because as you're putting it on the acrylic sheet, your letters might cut off. You might have several issues, so always try to find like a little font that is a little bit more thicker and not really thin, so your letters are not missing like the dots, commas, or anything like that. So if you have any questions, or if you want to buy a UVDTF transfers from me, I can get them for you. Just message me. You can always look me up on my Facebook, Instagram. I am under Dulce Creations Caramelo, which I'm going to leave here, so you can guys go follow me. I always post what I usually make. And if you have any ideas or an example that you guys want to create and don't know how to make them, you can always send me a message, and I can try to see if I can make it for you guys and make a tutorial so you can see the way of how I found of doing it. So stay tuned until the end so you can see how I finished this invitation, and I hope you can actually do it, and let me know in the comments if you have any other questions. Okay, so what you're going to do first is that once you have your acrylic, you're going to peel off the top of your acrylic sheet so you can have ready to go start. So the first thing is you're going to kind of lay it out to make sure the size is correct on what you order. So once you kind of have it laid out, you're going to take the back side of your DTF transfer, and as you can see, this is on your top layer, right? What I always do is kind of cut off a piece just to make sure it's easier to work, and always try to make sure to line it up so you don't mess up. Once you have it lined up, you're going to attach where you removed your backside first, because otherwise it's gonna be really messy and you guys are going to mess up, and believe me that I have messed up several and it ain't pretty fun fixing them. So let me center it just from the back side to make sure. If I do it from the back, okay, yeah, so it has to be right in the corner. Okay. So once you have it centered, like I said, of how you want it, you are going to edit. Give me 1 second, you guys, because I want to make sure this is centered. So as you can see, that's the piece where I took it off. So then I'm just gonna start removing the rest of the backside. Just be very careful as you're doing it, because you want to make sure it is. And remember, if you guys were to mess up and not line it up correctly, since these are acrylic sheets, you can always cut them down with your cutter. Because I did messed up once, like on 2 of them, and I just used my cutter and cut them down. And that's how I was able to fix them. So as you can see, this is how it looks on the acrylic sheet. We have not done nothing else but just put it. This is how it looks from the back. So what you're going to do next is, and this is the back film of the UVDTF. So what you're gonna do next is just press it down so you can get all the air bubbles out of your invitation, and everything sticks down to the acrylic sheet pretty good. You can use this side or this other side, it doesn't matter. Just don't do it too hard so those marks do not stay on your acrylic sheet. And you can check from the back if there's still more bubbles or not. And you can cut the axis as well from your acrylic sheet, just to not have to deal with that. I have my cut mat in my office. I don't have it with me here, so so this is how you cut the axis. And what we're going to start doing next is we're going to start peeling off the top. And what you want to make sure is that do not peel it off like all at once, because it's gonna bring some letters with you. Make sure you just try to do it slowly. It will take you a little bit of time. But do it this way so all your design stays on your acrylic sheet. As you can see, I'm going very slowly. And like I said, your very, very thin lines or letters will come on the sheet, and anything you see that did not come or did not stay, you can just push it down a little bit more as you go, so they don't come as you're pulling it back. So as you can see, as you can see, it came up. So what I do is I just push it back and push it more so it can just stick down. Then I tried again and it did not come with it. That is all you're going to do. Like I said, don't pull it back all at once, because you're gonna end up with that issue, missing letters. So I just try to do it slowly. And if you guys want, you can use some gloves if you guys want to, so your fingers are not marked on the acrylic sheet. But however you find it better to do it. So here is the finished product. As you can see, this is the front. So let me now remove the back of my acrylic sheet. So this is how it looks now, clear. You can always use a tissue paper to clean the top if you want to wipe off any fingerprints or anything. I do recommend you using a piece of clothing. I feel it works better if you want to remove like bigger marks. If you want to clean and wipe off your acrylic sheet, but once you have it ready on your envelope, if you're just gonna use them like that or put them inside of a laser cut invitation, you can always do that. But an example, mime. I just put them in, insert them, and that's how my acrylic invitation looks. And this is a easy process. Like I said, you can do with UVDTF transfers. There you go. And as you can see, I messed up on it. Let me see. No, this is the one I actually corrected because I had Spanish and English mixed in the invitation and I had not noticed. But as you can see, the gold looks pretty nice on this invitation. So, and that is the same way you do these other ones I showed you. So if you have any comments, please let me know. I will gladly help you. Or if you want your invitations made, do not hesitate to message me. Leave me a comment and I will get back to you as soon as possible. This message was made to one of my subscribers that requested on how did I do these. So here you go. Remember to always subscribe to our channel if you want to see more videos of how we create some invitations, either for your quinceañera, wedding, or sweet 16, or any birthday you have. Goodbye.